Hi there, I'm Java Jim with First Line Equipment, and today we have in front of us a stainless steel Nurri espresso machine with olive wood panels. And what we're going to do today is the initial startup for this machine. This model here is a heat exchange machine, and the tank is in the rear. There is a cover in stainless. The water tank comes out, okay? It's right there, and it only fits in one way. And basically, my rule of thumb is always to fill the espresso machine tank outside of the espresso machine. The reason is if you overfill it or you get water on the top, potentially you could do damage to the espresso machine if it is powered on and water falls in and is a short, which hopefully you have a GFI-C outlet or a GFI outlet, which is called ground fault interrupter circuit or ground fault interrupter, that will basically save you from getting electrocuted if you're touching the metal on the machine. So always try to fill the tank on the outside, and from there fill it with a pitcher, or if you want to fill it in from your water supply, being your sink. Now, these machines cannot, I repeat, cannot use distilled, reverse osmosis, or purified water. It needs some type of minerals inside to have conductivity or connectivity from one point to another to run low voltage to make sure that the boiler fills up properly and stays filled. So I don't like to fill the tank to the very top because of the little holder right here. You might get some leakage. We'll put that back in. Okay, we slide that back in, put the tank in. Power button is right here in the front. Once it's powered on, I've already plugged it in. It will illuminate blue, and you will hear the pump to start fill. Here you can start clocking it to see how long it takes. Okay, this is kind of the natural sound when the pump is taking water from the reservoir and pumping it to fill the boiler internally. While that's filling, I will grab an espresso cup here. Now we want the boiler to fill because it needs to submerge the heating element. So if you think of this as the boiler and as a heating element that goes up this far, the water needs to be maintained over that heating element. And then you can also check inside to make sure that the water is dropping, going down, because if it isn't, power down and email or call us because there may be an air pocket in the pump. We are testing these machines before they go out. They just came in here in July. Actually, they came in June. We're now in July of 2024. Any new models that we bring in, we typically test with water. And lo and behold, this machine is actually sold already. Okay, the gauge won't move. There is a gauge up here. This gauge is for your steam pressure, and you have a joystick, okay, for your steam. Okay, now there is a sensor down below underneath the water tank and a cup holder that once that runs out of water, okay, light came on here. I'll take the water tank out. Now you hear the beeping because it doesn't sense any water and the heat light went off. So we'll refill a little bit more. Put the water tank back in with water. Now you'll see some stainless steel covering on there here. As I've said in videos for other machines, sometimes you'll see this, sometimes you won't. It all depends how much vino somebody had after the siesta, if they want to take it off or not. Typically it will stay on, but it can come off. What I do suggest is starting the machine and using water. Make sure everything's working perfectly. Make sure there's no leaks. Make sure even before you start that the framing is good, that there's no bent frame on the bottom. So do that before you even put water in it. And then we'll just run some water through the group head, which you turn the knob right here. And we have some water coming out just to make sure that we got water up into the group head right here. And now you hear like a sizzling noise that's going on, and now you can hear that that water is warming up. So this is the initial process for starting up the Nurri HX espresso machine. And hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you get one, because these are gorgeous and sexy. Thank you for watching. This is Java Jim. Please give us a thumbs up. Follow us on our social media channels. We're on multiple channels. And as I always say, coffee first, everything else second. Thank you and have a great day.